Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome and thank you for joining us. This is AutoVision News Radio at AutoSens and InCabin USA 2025 from the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. We are joined by Martin Lass, head of time of flight at Infineon Technologies. Martin holds a diploma in electrical engineering and joined Infineon after his studies more than 25 years ago. He was responsible in different product marketing roles and worked for more than 11 years in the area of time of flight with a focus on automotive applications like driver monitoring systems, including spoofing robust 3D Face ID. Martin also has additional expertise in occupant monitoring systems and short-range exterior obstacle avoidance. Martin, welcome to AutoSens and InCabin. Good to see you, friend.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me here.
So, Martin, this might be a question that you get asked all the time, but what is 3D time of flight data, and what are the benefits for the automotive industry?
Yeah, I think it's already in the word. It's 3D data, so you get the distance information in real time.
Yes.
And it's absolutely sunlight robust information because you're working in the infrared domain, so you have a high reliable measured data in parallel or in exactly the same time like a 2D infrared image.
Right. Martin, let's talk about some of the key use cases and some of the focus use cases. What do you see on your end?
Yeah, actually, wherever you have the need for 3D data, so for the distance information is a key use case, and to also as you get the full body model or head information from the driver and passengers, it's a use case like for secure face authentication, but in special we see the trend towards the smart airbag where the distance from the passenger to the airbag is important.
Yes, absolutely. Most cars, though, still rely on 2D solutions. Why the need, why the desire then to add this 3D data?
Yeah. So there's a good reason why they are using 2D, right? You quite often have the use cases for the high resolution, like to make pupil tracking, and you have so powerful AI algorithms with 2D as well.
Yes.
So you can even estimate a little bit the depth. But in the end, it's just estimation. And if you really want to go towards functional safe use cases like the smart airbag, you need to validate also this data. So I see a strong trend towards 2D and 3D features. So it's a little bit complementary information and to fuse them together actually.
Martin, how do you do that? How do you fuse the 2D and the 3D data together? How do you make that work, and how does that process work?
Yeah, actually, so we call it a kind of RGBD camera. It not necessarily has to be an RGB sensor, so it's a 2D sensor, rather in the infrared domain or in the visible domain, and combine it with a time of flight sensor. And you can then, of course, with also AI processing, fuse the data in a way that, for example, the low resolution depth image suddenly becomes a 5 megapixel point cloud. So you have a very powerful databases then with the combination of the high resolution 2D information and a few depth points which are also then somehow combined together.
Right. In the automotive industry, when we're benchmarking things, cost is always a factor. It's always a consideration. So these solutions that you're talking about, how do you keep the cost down? Aren't these solutions expensive, or what's your insight there?
Of course, if you combine two sensors, it's adding some cost. But it's a industry already working on it. They have first demos available and working on very optimized camera module design. So with a shared SerDes interface, for example. So not to have just like two cameras. So if you make it in a clever way, of course, you can build the module very optimized already. And in the end, it's really crucial to meet the user experience and to have a seamless operation. So you need reliable and robust data. And I think this is even allowing to add a little bit more money to, in the end, really provide the car the data it needs for all the beautiful use cases.
Martin, I want to go back to one thing in your bio. Martin holds a diploma in electrical engineering and joined Infineon after his studies more than 25 years ago. Martin, what drew you to electrical engineering, and what do you enjoy most about the field?
Yeah, it's just, working in the forefront of the industry to solve problems of the future in a technical way is just amazing.
Martin Lass, Head of Time of Flight at Infineon Technologies. From all of us here at AutoSens and InCabin, want to thank you for being with us, sharing your expertise, your story, and your knowledge. Have a great rest of the event. Safe travels back home, and I look forward to being able to do this again sometime real soon.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Carl, very much for having me, and thank you, everybody.
Indeed. From the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit for AutoSens and InCabin USA 2025, I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News Radio.